and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is the one who makes me feel racy,
Sarah.
And today we're doing a review of Wacky Races, the board game, Deluxe Edition. Sarah, tell us a bit about this racy game.
All right. Wacky Races, the board game, puts players in the driver's seat with control of their favorite drivers from the cartoon series, each with their own car equipped with special abilities. They compete against each other as well as the game-controlled Dick Dastardly and Muttley. In this simple yet strategic racing game, you want to be the first to the finish line to win. All right, Will, so why did we get this?
So we were backing a Cool Mini or Not project of Looney Tunes Mayhem.
Yes.
And this was one of the add-ons. Sounded fun.
Yeah.
And some of us had more connection to Wacky Races than others, so yeah. I said yes.
Basically, I said, hey, this is an option. Do you want it? Will's like,
I said, give me now.
Give me now. And I'm like, well, you'll have to wait because it's not available yet. But we added it.
Took a really long time to fulfill, too.
Yeah, but, you know, the pandemic.
We got it. Yeah.
We got it. Okay, so what do we like about the game? Well, it is true to the cartoon.
Yes, it really does feel like some wacky, crazy racing is happening and everything is moving forward. So
yes.
Eventually the game's
and at a very fast pace.
Yes, very fast pace.
Which is one of the positives. It plays very quickly. This is not a long game at all.
Right.
It is also easy to learn and play for the most part.
Yeah, the problem... We're moving into the bad stuff.
So this is what we don't like about the game.
All right, so about the bad stuff. When it comes to questions you have about, well, how does this power work or how does it work with this situation, the rules are not at all robust enough to
clarify
anything. Yes, so you're going to have to go to Board Game Geek and ask some questions or search the forums to find answers for how other people are doing or see if anyone has commented
Or
officially.
You can do what we did most times and just made a decision and you stick to it and there you go.
Yes.
Because it is just supposed to be a light game. It's not supposed to be overly complicated.
True.
Now, the other thing we didn't like is it's really not good for 2 players. And it's really not good for us.
Right, and the reason being is there's so many bots to control. Mm-hmm. You always play with 6 racers and Dick Dastardly.
Yes.
So you have 7 figures that you're going to be manipulating. Each player will play with one of the racers, and then any racer after that is going to be a bot up till you get to 6. So if you're playing 6 players, it's just Dick Dastardly is the bot. Everything else is players.
Right, but in 2 players... If you had 2 fully sighted people, then you could have 2 bots to one person and 2 bots to the other person. The downside with us, Will can't see it at all. So I'm moving everything. I'm moving all the cars. I'm dealing with all the cards. Although in our second game, which we recorded and will be coming up as how we roll, Will took over the movement card deck. And that actually helped relieve quite a lot. But in our first play of it, I felt overwhelmed as this kind of weird computer player that I had to operate everything. And I was handing cards over here and I was moving cars and moving things and forgetting things and missing things. Because
and whose turn is it?
Whose turn is it? I don't know.
Heck, I think I got confused during the playthrough.
Well, we'll have to find out.
Yes.
But... It's easy to miss. Oh, I forgot to trigger a trap. Okay. So the fun just gets completely sucked out, not just because it's a 2-player game, but because it's almost a solo player game. For what we're doing, I have to operate everything.
Yeah.
And that just isn't fun. So I think we should move on because I think that covers pretty much it. I mean, you can watch our Rolling with 2 video for more details about it. But who this is for?
Yeah, I think this is for large groups.
Yes.
And even family weight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Again, there might be some instances where things are not clear, but you just make a decision and move on. So I would say definitely 4 to 6 players is probably going to be the really sweet spot. It is going to be a lighter game, although I could see hardcore gamers if they have a connection to Wacky Races.
Yeah, like older gamers who grew up with Wacky Races. Like, And then they can then share their love
Yeah.
of their cartoons of their day and just show how extremely violent it all was.
There's that too.
Yeah.
So I think it's good for a wide range of players' skills because there's so much randomness. It's going to pretty much make an even playing field across the whole thing. Just not good for lower player counts.
Right.
All right, so let's go over our rating.
So for our ratings, we each have 1d6 worth of ratings to give. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, a reason why, add it together, and see what it rolled for us. Sarah, what did Wacky Racers, the board game, roll for you?
It rolled a 2. Now,
Ooh.
it's
Take
not.
that game.
Again, this is how it rolled for me. I don't think it's a horrible game because there are definitely games I've played where I'm like, this is a 1. I'm never playing this again because this is a bad game. This is not a bad game. I think this is going to be great for higher player counts. In fact, we're sending it to some friends who generally play game nights with a larger group. And I think they're going to really enjoy this. That's who it's best for. It is not best for us because I could not have fun. Even when I won, I couldn't have fun with it.
Yes. In fact, if you've lost again, you'd probably give it a 1?
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
All right.
Probably not.
For me, I got a 4.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because I wasn't on the controlling end like Sarah was, where she had to manipulate all the figures and the various things. So I was actually able to actually get into the game more, enjoy the fast, fun pace that it was. But I do realize that higher player counts is the sweet spot for Wacky Races. It's not at the lower player counts.
Yeah.
2 players and even 3 players, you're probably struggling because there is a lot of noise that's going on with all the neutral racers. So once that's toned down and it's more real players, that's where the real fun kicks in.
Agreed.
So I think it's going to be a good game, but for a select group of people. And that's just unfortunately not us at this time.
Correct.
So 6 out of 12, kind of middle of the road.
Yeah.
But it does have redeeming qualities if it's in the right person's hands.
Agreed.
All right. And that will do it for us. And Sarah, is there any Wacky Racer that you would probably want to have seen in the Wacky Races?
I couldn't tell you. Again, I didn't watch Wacky Races enough to know the different people. Like the racers in here, I only vaguely, like, sorta, kind of have a distant memory that I may have seen them. But I don't know of any Wacky Racers that aren't in here. I mean, honestly, I don't know. So.
Well, I would have liked to see more Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters like Yogi and Boo Boo.
Were they in?
I can't remember.
See,
I have the full collection, so I guess we're gonna have to.
I guess we're gonna have to watch because there are other, like you said, Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters that I would love to see in here.
Yeah.
Whether they were actually ever in Wacky Races, I have no clue.
For some reason, I could have sworn that at some point they might have been.
Okay.
I mean, they're not the core group, which is what you get here.
Right.
But they were like starring roles.
Well, like guest.
Yeah, guest.
Okay.
Yes. So that'll do it for us, and we've been Rolling with Reviews. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with 2. That's TWO. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
And if you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.